The jihadist
Allow the demon
ideology
to
that
carry out
glorifies
this
the
thing.
killing
Then
of
he goes
Christians
further,
and
and then he
so-called
reads
infidels
Quran
is
chapter 8
neither
verse
moral
12.
nor faithful. It distorts religion to
He will
justify
read it,
murder, terror, and
and you
destruction,
can be on
turning
that
belief into a
chapter
weapon
for 3
against
hours
innocent people. This narrative has
on
brought
that
nothing but
verse
As in what?
suffering,
In
fear,
repetition?
in
and
repetition,
instability, and it stands in
because
direct
you have to be
opposition to
reciting
the
it.
values of humanity, coexistence, and true
You're
spirituality.
reciting it. It becomes a spirit. It goes into your marrow. I mean, you're drinking water, you're thinking of the verse. You're eating, you're thinking of the verse. You're walking on the street, you're thinking of the verse. Your perspective is ruled by that verse.
Wow.
There is a strange energy I can't describe to you.
Mm.
There is something that you feel it. You
Mm.
feel the power. You feel the drive.
And this was not just an experience isolated to you. All the other people you were with were also feeling the same
they
spirit.
feel the same. Every jihadist is driven by that spirit.
Wow.
It's the spirit of the Antichrist.
Wow.
Very, very strong. You know, you find your pride in it. That's your pride. Guy, you can. I remember some of the times we will be in our training camps and we won't be on food. We'll be on dates. You just eat 2 dates and water. That's all for days.
And that's not even Ramadan.
No.
That was just a life of consecration.
Just life of consecration. It's something that gets into you. You're given 2 dates, and then you're doing some militant training. You jump from this tree to that tree. And in between this and this are broken bottles and fire. If you drop, that's you. So you must win. Because you're going into a war. There is a war on earth. Islam must win. You must bring the world, the nations, under the control of Islam. So here is it. I will cast terror into the heart of those who disbelieve. That's Allah now speaking. So when I do that, strike them upon the neck and strike every fingertips of theirs. You hear that kind of a thing in a lecture? You know this is what is demanded of you? How can you be a normal human? No. As I'm talking to you, I'm beginning to have a little bit part of, thank God I have the Holy Spirit in me. There's no way you can read this after meditation. We meditate a lot. There's no way after meditation you will strike. You will look for the opportunity. You will create the opportunity. So violence in defending of Islam is normal. It's normal. Let me read it. Quran chapter 8 verse 12. I will cast terror into the hearts of those who disbelieve. So how does he do it? Come and cause confusion. When you set the confusion, the next thing is do something, an argument sets out. You say blasphemy, blasphemy, blasphemy. And then the next thing you will see a group of army. Check them. It's young people and teenagers. They will come with stones, come with sticks to fight.
It reminds me of the story I heard. I was in Sokoto State, a girl in a chat group.
That's right.
She said something.
That's right.
And it seemed something quite innocent.
Absolutely.
And before she knew it, she was burned.
She was burned right in front of the authorities. And the faces of the young men who burned her were not hidden. They said it. It's on the net. Now, that's it. And they were protected till today. The Sultan, that is the seat of the Sultan, the seat of the leader of Muslims in Nigeria. But today, let me use the word, to the leader of Islam, it was a justifiable act. They did well. They should be rewarded.
Wow. You know, when you talk about it this way, it makes you think with how ingrained this is, I'm not really sure how we can move forward.
Right. Now,
maybe you'll share with us the way forward at some point, because it seems quite hopeless.
Quran chapter 47. Just few. So these things are dotted in hadith.
And for the viewers that don't understand what the hadith is and how that compares to the Quran, can you just
The hadith is the life of the Prophet and his messengers. The Quran is termed as word that came from Allah, from God to him. But the hadith is a compilation of his lives, of some of his sayings, some of the his associates and the things they did. So you want to see his relationship with women, you want to see his relationship with people, you go to the hadiths. But the hadith is to most Muslims, the hadith is almost like the Quran. Because Muhammad is virtually worshipped. Forget about they don't worship any but Allah. Try to stand here and say, Allah, something is wrong with you. Nobody's going to touch you. But stand and said, Muhammad, in seconds you'll be down. Because Muhammad is the major force. So look at this verse. Quran chapter 47 verse 4. When you meet those who disbelieve in battle, strike their necks until you have thoroughly subdued them, then bind them firmly. That's why this verse controls most of Muslims that come to the West. So they start as servants, but they aim at dominating you. And that's the reason why when you look at small young Muslim boys and girls, check them out. Their dressing and everything fits into what they've been taught. But they are watching. They are growing with that mindset. They go to the same school with you. They enjoy the liberty. They enjoy the provision of the government and all of that. But they have a target. At a particular stage, they must take over.
It's like a programming.
Right. They're doing everything. And go check it. It's systematic. They're going to take over the system, the politics.
Yeah.
They're going to influence the laws so that they can gradually begin to sneak in the Sharia law. Now, they can be very peaceful when they are not in control.
Yeah.
But they will follow you carefully until they begin to control.
Because they play the long game.
Yes.
Like we said earlier, decades.
Right. What we call in the military term, playing along. That's a military term. That means that you can just do as if you're harmless and then play along. But in the fullness of time,
you reveal your true colors.
You reveal your true self based on this. So there's no way somebody can be listening to this. And remember that the meditation on each verse is not something that you just read. Like I see a lot of Christians, they just read this book by verse of the Bible. Just in a minute, they are done.
The jihadist ideology that glorifies the killing of Christians and so-called infidels is neither moral nor faithful. It distorts religion to justify murder, terror, and destruction, turning belief into a weapon against innocent people. This narrative has brought nothing but suffering, fear, and instability. And it stands in direct opposition to the values of humanity, coexistence, and true spirituality.
In Western Nigeria. And on the same day, another attack in the country's north.
We didn't know the people who raided us. They stormed our house and we heard gunshots. We ran to his shop and they found my son there. He begged them, but the bandits refused. They said they wouldn't spare no man. They killed him. I only saw his body afterward.
The incident occurred unexpectedly at around 11 p.m. The attackers encountered the villagers. Some were at home, while others were out in the fields. The gunmen followed them. They tied their hands, and then they shot them.
Villagers here are digging mass graves, a grim routine happening all too often in Nigeria. The attackers remain unidentified, as no group has yet claimed responsibility. Nigeria is battling multiple security threats. criminal gangs known as bandits, and Islamist insurgency, clashes over land and separatist tensions. These attacks come as a small team of US troops have arrived in Nigeria to support intelligence and training efforts. Africa's most populous nation remains under intense international scrutiny, as the violence shows no signs of slowing.
And for more on this, let's bring in correspondent Aziat Alalua in Lagos. Let's start with the attack itself. What more do we know about the attack itself and who might be behind it?
Okay, so for now, we still don't know which terrorist group is behind this heinous attack. No group has claimed responsibility yet. And President Bola Tinubu has expressed outrage at what he called an attempt by this group to, make pervade their own heinous indoctrination, which the state governor also said that they asked the villagers to pretty much denounce Nigerian constitution and accept Islamic law, which the people there denounced. They are already Muslims, they said, but they wanted their own extreme form of Islam, which the people rejected, and that was why, according to reports, they were killed. Some had their hands tied behind their backs before they were executed in a very grim manner. And we also understand that, according to the village head, they immediately alerted the military when the attack started, but the military did not get there until about 10 hours after the attack occurred, giving the criminals enough time to carry on what they did in the two villages in Kayama.
What more can you tell us about the communities that were attacked and why they were targeted?
Well, these communities are bordering neighboring states, Niger State, which we also know is experiencing intensified attacks from criminal gangs as well in recent weeks, I think last year. And so we know that the armed groups are going around the remote communities in these central states of central Nigeria, asking people to denounce the constitution or they will attack them. So it's not something new. It's just that we are seeing a new dimension of brazen attack, killing of people. And the village head said that they've already buried about 75 people, but they're still seeing many more bodies lying around, especially in the bushes, meaning that the death toll could still rise.
Despite years of military operations, these attacks keep happening in Nigeria. Why are authorities?
There are some people who believe that, that faith should be silent and terrorism should be understood. No. Faith should speak its voice, and terrorism should be confronted, not understood, confronted and defeated. And that is what we're engaged in right now. So I want you to know that I spoke with President Trump yesterday. I said this publicly too. I see the battle against us and the battle against our Judeo-Christian tradition. They go to Europe, they go to the United States, they go to Africa, Nigeria. And we are conscious of the fact that Christians are being persecuted across the Middle East, in Syria, in Lebanon, in Nigeria, in Turkey, and beyond. Beleaguered communities who deserve our help. Just as you are helping us, we want to help back. And we're capable of doing that. In Africa with intel, in the Middle East with a lot of means that I won't itemize each one. But this is what our agenda is. It's a main part of our agenda, and it's going to continue with greater force and greater might in this coming year.